national nutrition events, the natural health experts, the latest natural health info. Introducing Naturopathic Doctor Elie Klein, author of the best-selling Read This If You Have a Heart. He's a natural healthcare practitioner from Toronto and a specialist in the nutritional treatment of heart disease. Dr. Elie is the medical expert at Innotech Nutrition, the maker of Ionic magnesium and CardioFlex powder, and works with them to educate consumers about the difference that nutritional supplements can make to people's lives. He's also a national nutrition seminar speaker.
My name is Elie Klein. I'm a doctor of naturopathic medicine, and I help people recover from risk factors related to cardiovascular disease, such as high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and diabetes, and I do that naturally. What I like most about being a naturopathic doctor is the opportunity to help people improve their health safely and naturally. I'm very blessed to be a naturopathic doctor. In my toolkit, I have so many tools to help people improve their health many ways, and in a gentle way, often without requiring medications that sometimes have harmful side effects. The turning point that made me decide to become a naturopath was when I decided that I wasn't liking what I was doing at the time. It was a completely different business, and I majored in biology, and my interest was in biology and in life sciences and in health and wellness. And when I was 28 years old, I decided it's time to make a change. It's now or never. I was here at National Nutrition 2 years ago to conduct a seminar. I believe it was the first seminar here at National Nutrition, and we did it upstairs. There were 60 or 70 guests, and it was a dynamic evening. It was a lot of fun. Was really impressed with the staff, on how accommodating the staff was and how wonderful the crowd was. Their questions, their intrigue, and their sense of humor made it a lot of fun. I'm here at National Nutrition today, and I'm very excited to be here in order to share with your customers, with your audience, a wealth of information that will help them prevent and reverse cardiovascular disease. National Nutrition contributes to people's well-being by making supplements affordable and at the same time providing the education required to know what supplements can be helpful to your health. I decided to come back to National Nutrition because I have very fond memories of my first time here. I enjoy educating the public. My area of interest again is cardiovascular disease and diabetes. In order to resolve these conditions naturally, there's some relearning that is required, and our audience is going to discover what is some of that relearning tonight. And so it's a great opportunity to share my knowledge and information with your customers and your guests. My knowledge of the National Nutrition customers is based on my appearance here a couple of years ago, and I remember that there were a great crowd, an interactive crowd. They asked great questions, they had a great sense of humor, and I truly enjoyed interacting with them. The kinds of words and actions that I live by is to be kind and to be gentle towards other people, to treat other people the way I want to be treated. People need to take supplements many times because you don't get enough vitamins and minerals from the food you eat. And some of these vitamins and minerals are extremely important for your health. They make a world of difference. They can save lives, they can extend lives. So for example, vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin, you spend 20 minutes in the sun on a sunny day in the summer, and your body produces 10 to 20,000 international units over the next few days, but you get only minuscule amounts from food. So vitamin D is hugely important for the immune system, prevention of cancer, and for your bones obviously, and regulating blood pressure and cholesterol. So it's really important to supplement vitamin D. Vitamin C, for example, again, hugely important for people with cardiovascular disease, diabetes, for recovery, for helping prevent and reverse arterial plaque. Very, very important. And so You don't get enough vitamin C to do that from food. So it's really important to supplement with vitamin C when you have these conditions. These are some examples of why supplements are important. Magnesium is a very important mineral. It does a lot of things in the human body. The simplest way to explain magnesium is that it is the body's perhaps most important natural relaxant. It helps relax your muscles, it helps relax the nervous system, and as a result of that, you feel relaxed, at ease, and healthy. Magnesium deficiency is so common because it's hard to get enough magnesium from your food, as simple as that. You get a lot of magnesium from green leafy vegetables, from some nuts, from nuts and seeds, from legumes, and people who follow a typical Western diet don't eat enough of these foods and don't get enough magnesium in their diet. I've seen wonderful results with magnesium supplements in my practice. Resolution of muscle cramps and restless leg syndrome, headaches, improvement in sleep, dramatic improvement in sleep. So a couple examples, had a young lady who was in a car accident, and as a result of that had constant back pain, tension in her muscles, and within a week on taking liquid ionic magnesium, she felt a whole lot better, and the pain that troubled her for many years has gone in 1 week after having seen different types of practitioners, 1 week only. Dramatic recoveries using magnesium are quite common because of the healing nature of magnesium, but I'll give you a couple examples. One is a young woman who has had migraine headaches for years and years, very debilitating, and after having taken liquid ionic magnesium for 1 week, her migraine headaches stopped completely. Another example is a woman in her 60s who had restless leg syndrome, again, an unpleasant condition, and she tried different things, her medications didn't work, and again, after 1 week of taking liquid ionic magnesium, she was 98% better, made a world of a difference to her. The best forms of magnesium are based on the body's ability to absorb magnesium, and that depends on the ability of the body to release magnesium from the atom or molecule it's attached to. Magnesium comes bound to other molecules and atoms, such as citrates and carbonates and glycinates. And so the easier it is to release that magnesium, to make it available for absorption, the better the form of magnesium. As such, some of the best form of magnesium then include magnesium chloride, magnesium glycinate, and perhaps the most ideal is when magnesium is not bound to anything, which is liquid ionic magnesium. People shouldn't use magnesium oxide because magnesium is bound tightly to oxygen, and because of that, the body cannot release the magnesium and make it available for absorption. It's just not used up. It's really wasteful. It's great for alleviating constipation, it does that, but it doesn't get absorbed by your body. The daily recommended intake of magnesium is 320 milligrams for women and 420 milligrams for men. And in my mind, a good, safe, and therapeutic dose for magnesium supplements is anywhere between 150 to 200 milligrams once or twice a day. If need be, you can take more. A health practitioner can guide you in that regard better, perhaps. But between 150 to 200 milligrams once or twice a day seems to work really well for most people. And when it comes to a non-bound form such as Ionic, liquid ionic magnesium, you need a whole lot less than that. So at 25 milligrams, it does its job really well. It is very difficult to get enough magnesium from food these days simply because people don't eat sufficient amounts of the types of foods that contain magnesium, foods that are healthy for you, such as green leafy vegetables, nuts and seeds, and so on. People who follow standard typical Western diet just don't get enough magnesium through their food. What makes Innotech's liquid ionic magnesium different than other supplements is the fact that magnesium is present in solution unbound, completely unbound to anything else in its ionic form, and it's readily absorbed. It goes in very quickly and does its job really, really quickly. So if you're looking for quick results with a magnesium supplement, the Ionic Magnesium can certainly provide that. In medicine, you can't guarantee, you can't say never, you can't say always, but very often it works really, really well, very quickly. Particularly important for people with gastrointestinal compromise, people with gastrointestinal symptoms, gas, reflux, bloating. When you have these symptoms, you aren't likely digesting and absorbing your food well. And so under those conditions specifically, unbound, free ionic magnesium is able to get in through the intestinal wall into your body and do what it's meant to do. Vitamin C is hugely important for the repair of the arteries. More specifically, it's necessary for the production of collagen, and your arteries are made out of collagen. So plaque in the arteries is a result of damage to the arteries, of damage through glycation and oxidation, which I'll talk about in the lecture today. And so what the body tries to do when that happens is what it does when there's a cut or scrape to the skin. It replaces damaged tissue with new tissue, and eventually the scab that forms on top sloughs off. Plaque in the arteries is very similar. So by providing adequate amounts of vitamin C, you're facilitating repair of the arteries, and so the plaque as well, much like a scab on the skin, is able to slough off. That way you're able to ensure minimal amount of plaque in the arteries, and it's great for the prevention of a heart attack or a stroke. In fact, a couple of studies concluded that vitamin C was the single most important nutrient for the prevention of stroke. It is difficult to get enough vitamin C from food, especially when you need high amounts if you have high blood pressure, plaque in the arteries, cardiovascular disease in general, bone loss, and so on. And so you would need to eat lots and lots and lots of fruit, especially tropical fruit. And that's not very practical for the vast majority of people. And so under these conditions, it is worth your while to supplement with adequate amounts of vitamin C. The amount of vitamin C people should use each day varies from person to person based on need. And so a healthy person can probably do away with 200 to 500 milligrams of vitamin C, granted he or she are eating well, following a healthy lifestyle and diet. But someone with cardiovascular disease or risk factors for cardiovascular disease and other types of conditions would do well to take at least 1,000, if not 2,000 more milligrams of vitamin C a day. And another really important function of vitamin C, which is not very well known, is that it helps to balance cholesterol levels in the body. It actually helps slow down the production of cholesterol and increase its elimination. And so this particular study showed that you need at least 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C to achieve that. Coenzyme Q10 is a substance the body produces that participates in the production of energy in the body, energy to sustain life. So coenzyme Q10 is important for energy production. And there's a lot of coenzyme Q10 in your muscles. You move your muscles all the time. You need a lot of energy to move your muscles all the time. And so there's a lot of coenzyme Q10 in your muscles. Now, your heart is your most important muscle. And so it too contains large amounts of coenzyme Q10. When coenzyme Q10 levels diminish in your muscles, it becomes weaker, and people may be even more prone to developing congestive heart failure. As we get older, the body produces less and less coenzyme Q10, and we get very little coenzyme Q10 from our diet. Cardioflex contains the kind of vitamins and minerals that facilitate the repair of the arteries and the removal of plaque from the arteries. Cardiovascular disease is predominantly a disease of narrowing and hardening of the arteries. 90% of cardiovascular disease basically manifests itself in the form of atherosclerosis, plaque in the arteries. And so Cardioflex constitutes insurance against blocked arteries. Cardioflex contains, in addition to vitamin C, Cardioflex contains high amounts of lysine and proline, which are also extremely important and are needed for the production of collagen and the repair of the arteries. Vitamin C is an antioxidant, so is vitamin E and selenium. Also has coenzyme Q10, has some electrolytes such as magnesium and potassium, which are also very important for the heart. Anybody with risk factors for cardiovascular disease, anybody with high blood pressure, where the high blood pressure is caused by narrowing and hardening of the arteries, which is the case with most people, say over 50 or 60, should use CardioFlex. So people with high blood pressure, plaque in the arteries, other forms of cardiovascular disease where you're looking to strengthen the heart. And other than cardiovascular disease, also people are looking to recover quickly from surgery, perhaps, would do well to use CardioFlex. And people with chronic muscle inflammation, where production of collagen is required, would do well to use CardioFlex as well. CardioFlex is absolutely safe, doesn't interact with other medications, and as long as you can tolerate vitamin C well, CardioFlex will be safe for you. So people who follow a healthy diet can do away with 1 scoop containing 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C, so 1 scoop per day should be enough. You'll probably get more mileage from that scoop if you use half a scoop twice a day. But people with real symptoms of cardiovascular disease, high blood pressure, poor circulation, chest pain, angina pain, and so on, should take at least 2 scoops of CardioFlex a day. In addition to its ability to help improve cardiovascular disease, because CardioFlex is so good at improving collagen production in the body and reducing inflammation and facilitating repair, weekend warriors and people who work out, endurance athletes and so on, would certainly benefit from CardioFlex. When a person works out, tendons and ligaments get stretched. There's collagen membranes that surrounds muscle fibers as well, and that gets stretched as well. And so repairing collagen in tendons, ligaments, and between muscles can help expedite recovery. Innotech Holy Tea is basically a combination of about half a dozen herbs that are designed to help improve detoxification of the intestines, the liver, the lungs, and the kidneys. The way you use Holy Tea is you place 1 tea bag in 2 liters of boiled water, and you let it steep for about 6 to 8 hours. Perhaps you do it in the evening and you let it steep overnight, and you would pour half a cup to a cup twice a day. So people who should use Holy Tea are people who have tendency towards constipation, people with gastrointestinal inflammation in the intestines, or symptoms of poor digestion such as gas and bloating. People are looking to lose weight. A good detox can go a long way to supporting a healthy weight loss process. And in general, really everybody can use Holy Tea because it's a detox product. And we get toxins from our food, from our water, from the environment, and it's really important that our organs of detoxification work well. If you don't detoxify, then toxins remain in the body, and when toxins remain in the body, they can cause disease. My book is called Read This If You Have a Heart, the book on lowering high blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar naturally. It's a great resource for people who are looking to prevent and reverse risk factors related to cardiovascular disease, such as high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and diabetes. Because there's so much widespread misinformation about the causes of cardiovascular disease, and a lot of people are living their lives trying to eat healthy and live healthy, thinking they're doing the right thing. And there's some things in the book that I discuss that will surprise you. Often people eat foods that they think are healthy for them while they're not, and they avoid foods thinking they're not healthy, and they avoid those and they are healthy. And so there's a lot of relearning to do if you want to prevent cardiovascular disease. Over the last 100 years, cardiovascular disease has gone up dramatically, and much because of misinformation. It's a preventable condition, and there's no reason why we cannot prevent it. It's just a matter of getting the information right. The top things I recommend in the book to support heart health are to avoid polyunsaturated oil, which comes predominantly from oil that is made from seeds like sunflower seeds and canola seeds and so on, or vegetable oil for that matter. Also to improve insulin sensitivity by avoiding baked goods, especially baked goods containing lots of gluten, and by taking optimal amounts of vitamin C, lysine, and proline, while supporting the body's ability to generate energy, supporting thyroid health and so on. I'm looking forward to sharing tremendously important, potentially life-saving information in an interesting and fun and dynamic way with your audience and guests. Well, Natural Nutrition is a fantastic organization. It has grown tremendously, it seems, since it was last year. The staff is fantastic, very professional, and a lot of fun to work with.